Our notes today are on equations with like terms. Equations with like terms. We've already gone over two-step equations. Now let's add another step in there. I'm going to write my steps over to the side to get them out of the way. There's basically 3 steps that we'll cover. So the first step with all the problems we'll deal with today is take care of any like terms. Combine like terms. The second step is to get rid of the constant by either adding or subtracting. Either adding or subtracting. Whichever is appropriate. The last step is to get rid of the coefficient, the number next to the letter, the variable, and we have to do that by multiplying or dividing. By multiply or divide. So in some of these problems will be maybe 1 step, other ones will be 2 or 3. And I'm just going to kind of box that in there, keep it to the side. Okay, and I'm going to write my first one over here. I'll probably have 2 columns. We'll do 5 problems. So 3x minus 5x equals 18. Notice that I have like terms. My like terms are 3x and negative 5x. You can think of that as being, you can say plus negative 5x or just leave it minus 5x. Either way you look at it, it's still a negative value. So 3x minus 5x. Well, 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So it's negative 2x. So now is there any adding or subtracting to do? No, but I need to get rid of that coefficient. How do I do that? Divide. Divide by negative 2 on both sides. Notice how I'm keeping my equals lined up. And this is gone. That reduces to 1. 2 goes into 18, 9. And there's 1 negative, so it's negative 9. And again, you can always check this by putting this number back in here and seeing if the left side equals the right side. Okay, number 2. So at least I have some like terms here. I have 2x and negative 3x. I have a 2x, and then the sign in front of this is negative. That's negative 3x. So it's 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So basically you have negative 1x equals 55. You could just write this negative x. Now, if you want to get the x by itself, you have to get rid of the negative 1, the coefficient there. You would divide by negative 1. And you do that to both sides. Again, I'm going to keep my equals lined up. And this reduces to 1. 1 times x is x. We got that all gone. X is by itself. 55. 1 goes into 55 55 times, and there's 1 negative. So it's negative 55. And again, if you want to check this, you would take this answer, the solution, and plug it into the variable and see if the left side equals the right side. Okay, here's number 3, third example. All right, let's look for our like terms. Let's see, I have a 2x and a 3x. I'm going to circle those, 2x and a 3x. And then look at your numbers, your constants, if you will. I have a negative 6, I'm going to put a square around that, and a plus 1. Those we can combine, and the x's we can combine. So, you know what, and then on the right side, you just have 30, equals 30. Okay, so let's combine like terms. I have a 2x and a 3x. 2 and 3 makes 5. So I have 5x. Now let's look at our constants. I have a negative 6 and a plus 1. negative 6 and plus 1. Negative 6 plus 1, 6 take away 1 is 5, and there's more negative. It's negative 5. All equals 30. So we combine our like terms. Now we go ahead and get rid of our constant, and then we'll get rid of the coefficient. So we're going to do the opposite of minus 5. We add 5 to both sides. That leaves us with 5x. This is gone. I'm keeping my equals lined up. 30 and 5 makes 35. You can practically see your answer now, but I'm just going to go ahead with one other step. To get rid of the coefficient, I'll divide by 5. Divide by 5. Again, I'm going to keep my equals lined up. This is just the x, letter x. I got it all by itself. 5 goes into 35 7 times. And there's our answer. If you'd like to check this, you take the solution, 7, you plug it in there for the variable, and you see if the left side equals the right side. And if it does, you're right. And if it doesn't, you're wrong. Okay, here's number 4. Fourth example. Okay, let's put together our like terms. Let's see what they are. First of all, notice I have a positive 5x and a positive 3x. Those I can put together. Then I have a constant of 6, a positive 6, and another constant of positive 6. So those all I can add together, and they all equal 44. See, I'm keeping my equals lined up. So I'll put together my x's. 5x and 3x makes 8x. Then I have 6, positive 6, and positive 6 makes positive 12. Okay, now I'm down to a two-step equation. This is easy now. I get rid of this constant. I subtract 12. So I have 8x. That's gone. Keep my equals lined up. 44 take away 12. 44 take away 12. How much is that? 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. It's 32. And you can probably see your answer right now, but I'm going to take the last step, divide by 8. That's gone. It gives me the x all by itself. Bring down the equals, keep it lined up. 8 goes into 32 4 times. See that? We got the letter all by itself. And there's our answer, our solution. If you want to check it, take the answer, the solution, put it into the variables, and see if the left side equals the right side. Okay, I ran out of room, so I'm back at the top of the page, near the top. Okay, let's take a look on the left side here. Let's look at our like terms. I have a couple of x's here. I have a negative 3x, and I have a positive 10x. Notice how I'm circling the sign in front of it. Then for my constants, I have a positive 8. See how I'm circling the plus 8? And then I have a negative 15. It's not just 15, it's negative 15. Minus 15 is the same thing as plus negative 15. Okay, so those all combine together, and that all equals 35. So let's see here. I have a minus 3x and 10x. 10 and minus 3. 10 negative 3 makes makes positive 7. 7x. 10 minus 3 is 7. Then I have a positive 8 and a negative 15. They're different, so I'll just subtract them. 15 take away 8 is 7. And there's more negative, so it's minus 7. Right? Negative 15 and 8 makes negative 7. And it looks like I'm a little lopsided here. Sorry about that. So now I'll get rid of the constant. I'll add 7, both sides. Okay, that's gone, and you have 7x on the left, and on the right, 35 and 7. 35 and 7 makes 42. You can probably see your answer, but I'll just do the last step. Divide by 7. That's gone. You have the letter by itself, keeping my equals lined up. 7 goes into 42 6 times. See that? All the equals are lined up. And if you want to check the answers, the solution, take the 6, plug it in for the variable, and see if the left side equals the right side. And if it does, you're correct. And if it doesn't, then you're wrong.